kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. You start the season top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. They'll go to the counter play. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jess agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. On the move. Could be an alley. And they're able to make the tackle. And the Wolverines will hustle for the line. A designed run for the quarterback. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
Well, there are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There's nowhere for that guy to go.
They give it to the freshman, his first carry. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Wolverines. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that's a great job finishing the drive, but, man, I got to go back. I love the 4th down call. Being aggressive, first drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone. They cap it off. They create momentum to start.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards, and that is how you finish with a 54-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. bunch formation for these receivers. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground with the running back. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on 4th down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so.
Caught, and he's got room. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man, like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense, their head's spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
Swings it out to the flat. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Turning it on. The 40. He's at the 30. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like is a running back that can play wide receiver. You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. To the ground with the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's Underwood. And the timing just a hair off.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
It'll be 3rd and long. This quarterback part of their running game. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
This guy's seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? They'll run for it. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the 1st half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a...
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldog! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And right down the middle.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on it.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Going to throw it over the top of the deep.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time, and even better this time around.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They'll run the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. Has to throw this off his back foot. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play by this defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Runs through the tackle. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Here comes the heat. They're setting up the screen. And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. This offense has failed on its previous 2 4th down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. Makes the grab past the marker. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. We can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, to a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The The run inside. It's Marshall. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Throwing, Underwood. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down?
And 3rd down is money down. I got to have guys that come up big, and really nice job of understanding where I'm out on the field to make sure I keep that foot in bounds and get the big first down.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Here's a heat. Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's Underwood to throw. Bringing the heat. And they got it.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle. Back on the line. Make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Man, and that one stings, right? Like, you're a receiver, it's 4th down, understanding where the sticks are, you do everything right except for the last part, man. Just lose concentration, maybe take your eye off the football a little bit. And some drops are big. And some are bigger. And that was a big one on 4th down.
He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Bulldog. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. On to attempt the try. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 91, set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Using his legs, it's Marshall. There he goes. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week one, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We get things going with the Ball State Cardinals taking on the number 19 team, the Utah Utes. And it's the Cardinals setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Here comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Fires to the big fella. First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. It's away and a beauty headed toward the sideline. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
You want to stress a defense? Get the quarterback outside the pocket right now. Really good job running the bootleg to the left, getting the quarterback outside of the pocket. He can chew up ground in such a hurry, or he can throw the football down the field. Makes it really tough on defenses.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, putting in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Play action with Underwood. It's complete to the right. At the 45, on his way. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the left. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Breaks the tackle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's what you love, man. Playmakers that you can get the football to, and they make it happen. You can throw it short of the sticks on third down. Trust your guy because he can lower his pads, know where the sticks are, and get the big first down.
Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll try to do it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. He's going to keep it. Got enough for the first. Here's a little room there. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And that's the danger on third and short as a defense, right? You line all those bodies up close to the line of scrimmage. If you let the running back into the second level, you know it's going to be a big one. And nice effort that time by the safety, making a touchdown-saving tackle.
Give to the back. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And this D's going to have to find some answers, guys. I mean, you've seen him. This offense has moved the ball down the field, done what they want. Now first and goal situation. Who cares about the yards? Like, step up right here, try to force them into a fourth down, try to make them kick a field goal.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. And we've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat. And right now, he's given this defense all they can handle.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Maybe some room here. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
To throw, it's Stockton. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Now let's take a look at the stats of what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Across the 25. Maybe a crease. And he scores! Touchdown, Bulldog!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, we've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Underwood rushes on him, takes a shot as he lets it go. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
The Wolverines come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. There's some room. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Big Blue with the response.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the dub.
Makes the grab in their space. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense.
Breaks into the open. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part.
They'll have a first down here, a week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. The give and tick, 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 tick. Might have a chance. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Running inside, it's Marshall. He now has 106 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pulls it in. Across the 45. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Throwing right. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback. Dropping back, not giving up the big play.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. operating in the red zone here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Fourth down, Underwood. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And the defense is able to go out and shut the door. They put the clamps down. They've got a big lead, and with that fumble, they're going to win the game. You've got to give this defense credit for finishing.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Frazier again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Sends it back in motion. Finding some room. Makes it past the marker. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38. The running game doing work. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee.